Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. I'm Booker T, 6-time world champ, 2-time Hall of Famer. Got my man Brad Gilmore here with me, as always, coming to you live from Hilton Furniture and Mattress right here at I-45 South and Fuquay. Guys, if you're out there rolling around in the city somewhere in the surrounding area, drop by and see your boy, because we are promoting Christmas Chaos going down tomorrow night. It's going to be kicking off at the George R. Brown Convention Center, 7 o'clock bell time, guys. All you got to do is bring a toy, get in free. Second night will be in Texas City, Booker T World Gym Arena, 10,000 Emmett F. Lowry Expressway. But guys, we're ready to have some fun. We're ready to have some fun. I know a lot of people out there got a lot of questions. Breaking news today, of course. Yeah. Jeff Hardy's situation. Jeff Hardy released from the WWE. And the question is out there right now, why did Jeff Hardy get released by the WWE? So we definitely got to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're going to get into everything with Jeff Hardy. Also, again, the toy drive going down tomorrow night. I'm excited for Christmas Chaos. What is it? 15? 16?
Yeah,
I think it's 16.
Something like that.
Christmas Chaos 16.
Long enough to raise a kid. That's how long it is.
That's one of the crazy things for me, to see people who were fans in the audience. When I first started back in 2012, to see some of those kids, now they're a part of the crew.
Yeah, Brian Keith.
Brian Keith and I are similar age. Well, I'm talking about Brody. Big shout out to Brody, whose dad, the late great Scott Williams, longtime wrestling writer, used to bring him all the time when he was just. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how he must have been 8, 9, 10, something like that.
And he's still with us.
He's still with us, and now he's part of the ring crew. He's out there in Vegas helping set up stuff.
Amazing, right?
It's crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah.
I can only imagine what it's like for you to be a teacher, right, of these students, and then to see them in the WWE and AEW and Ring of Honor and places like that.
It definitely has been something that we've been working on for quite some time. Reality of wrestling, trying to produce the best talent we possibly can. Let these young guys, young girls, see that dream that I dreamt once upon a time, and that was to go around the world, man, and actually have some fun in this life. I always tell people I stopped working when I was 25 years old.
Right.
And I really don't think I've worked since I was 25. When I was, scaffolding on that scaffold or something like that, or digging some ditches or something, whatever it was. It wasn't fun. But once I turned 25 and got in the wrestling business, boom, everything changed for me. So to see guys like the Sammy Guevara's, see guys like Mace, doing his thing, to see, Roxy, it's just amazing to see the talent that we've produced over the last 17 years.
That's crazy.
This thing has been going on 17 years, but it's been awesome. It's been awesome.
I want them, and I'm a big fan of Brendan Williams, now known as Mace, right, in WWE. I think that he's like the perfect example of how you go from the NFL and actually really earn your keep around a wrestling facility and then find your way into the main stage. Yeah. My only thing I wish for him, I don't love the name Mace. And I haven't talked to him. I don't know if he might love the name Mace. I just think you need a first name and a last name.
Well, the thing is, have you seen Mace lately?
Yeah. Right. I mean, he was on one of the draft episodes of SmackDown.
But how long ago
a few weeks, definitely a few weeks, maybe a few months.
Exactly my point. Maybe. So the thing is, stay tuned.
Oh,
all right. So I'm trying to hip you on to something.
I see.
I'm trying to clue you in.
I feel you. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
So just wait.
But do you like the name Mace?
No, I hate it.
Yeah.
I didn't even like the rapper Mace. We've talked about that many times. So every time I think of Mace, I think of Mace.
Mace is now speaking in tongues at some synagogue.
Last song when he came, "Welcome Back."
Yeah.
Well, again, that song sucked. It sucked. You know what I mean?
Mace lost his touch. The shiny suit theory is no more. I just think that, I don't know why. I feel like you have to have more than one syllable in your name, right? Booker T, that's 3, right? The Rock, we have 2. Yeah. Steve Austin, that's 3.
Billy Idol,
right? Yeah. Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson. Booker It sounds T. Good, right? Yeah. It takes me back to the story
definitely,
with Killer Kowalski, right?
Well, Sting
works, but Sting is, no offense, Brendan, but Sting is better than Mace.
Yeah, it's
a better name.
It is.
It's a better name.
Yeah. But
so you can have a one syllable as long as it's awesome. But even with Sting, they never just say Sting. They say the man called Sting, the icon Sting. This is Sting. Right? You know what I mean? Like they have to add something to it.
I get it.
You ever heard the story?
Tony Schiavone. What put you through a table?
Do you ever hear the story of Killer Kowalski when he named Triple H back in the day? Did you ever hear this?
No.
Because Triple H in WCW was at first terrorizing. Well, Killer Kowalski named him the Terrorizer, right? And Triple H went to him and was like, "Hey man, like the Terrorizer, like that's what I'm gonna get over with, the Terrorizer." He's like, "Can I have a first name and a last name?" And he had it written on the board, right? And then so Kowalski goes up and he just draws a line in the middle of the name. He goes, Terra Rising. First name, last name. There you go.
It sounds like a way that I would pick a guy's name out. That's what it sounds like. So that's what I'm laughing at. It sounds just like
Terra Rising.
It sounds good.
Terra Rising.
James Kirk.
I'll never let you live that down so long as we live and breathe.
Hey, man, it's a good name. It's a good name, man. But no, man, that's just the way they owe my flop. But hey, let's get back to one thing, man. Tomorrow night, toy drive. All you guys got to do is just bring a toy. You get in free. Trying to make some kid December 25th a happy one, man. And make sure they got something under that tree, if they even have a tree. A lot of kids don't even have a tree. I always tell my kids, man, you really don't understand how fortunate you really are. Sometimes, we're having this toy drive, and then one of my friends that's helping me, he's like, man, why don't we have them, drop the toys off here, and then, then they can pick up their ticket over here. And I'm like, man, everybody ain't got a car like you.
Yeah.
I said, some people catching the train, some people catching the bus. So we got to make it as easy as possible, guys. So all you got to do is just show up with an unopened toy, drop it off, you get in free. And you're going to have some fun. Christmas Chaos 16 is going down. It's going to be an awesome night.
Two-night event. And yeah, make sure emphasis on that nothing unwrapped.
Unopened.
It has to be unopened. We don't want you bringing the wrestling figures you used to play with and
Yeah.
put all in your mouth and doing whatever the hell that you did with
Your
those
dog been
Your
chewing
dog
on them.
is missing a leg. I had those rubber figures they used to make, like they back in the day, WWF. Someone's got to tell me the name in a minute. I'll think of it too. But they were big. They were like this tall, and they were rubber.
I got one.
Yeah, I had one of Big John Studd and of Andre the Giant, right, from like WrestleMania 2.
Yeah.
I was so excited that I had these things. Man, my dog, Andre, went from about 7'6" to about 4'2". You know what I'm saying? His legs was gone. His legs were gone as soon as that dog could get a hold of it, man. Oh, the worst.
What are you looking at, man? What are you looking
I'm just reading the chat.
Okay, I was just checking, man. I was just checking. I thought maybe you had something there you wanted to talk about. I know we got to take a break here coming up here in about 1 minute. But I don't know if you knew or not, the verdict is in on Empire actor Jussie Smollett.
Yeah.
And the brother is definitely going to be like Tupac song, Looking for Better Days. Better days. Hey, what's going on? Got some people just stepped in real quick, coming in to see the 5-time champ. What's up?
Well, let's take a break.
We're going to take a break, guys. Stick around. We'll be back in a minute. So the Young Bucks, I had heard about these guys, but I didn't know them or anything like that. And they had a WWE tryout. And these two guys, they were, hanging in the hallways. It seemed like they were, I don't know. They were kind of like off to themselves. I don't know. I don't know. It just felt funny. And I was getting ready to do I was doing commentating back then, and I had my jacket, laid over this, piece of equipment, and I walked by, and one of the Young Bucks was leaning on my jacket, and I was like, "Hey, bro, that's my jacket right there," and he goes, "Oh, okay," I got my jacket and I walked off, and I was like, I didn't realize it, but they were there for a tryout, and I was like, man, after I realized it, I said something on one of the podcasts or our show or something. These guys didn't even shake my hand, and then next thing you know, it was a big thing going around as far as me not shaking the Young Bucks' hand. And then they started doing a thing online where, they wouldn't shake anybody's hand, and then, they had a thing with RVD.
Right.
Where they wouldn't shake RVD's hand. So I was like, man, you know what I mean? These guys are taking this thing to another level. Can't wait to see them. So I wanted to fight the Young Bucks. I want to get it to them.
You want to put hands on
I
them.
want to put hands on them.
Put those Fifth Ward beads on them.
Yeah. And we ended up running into each other at an independent show. And I'm still a little bit hot, And, so we end up talking and whatnot. And we end up getting back around to, what happened up in WWE as far as my jacket goes. And they go, bro, reason we didn't say anything to you, man, you're intimidating. Sucker! Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, guys. I'm Booker T along with my man Brad Gilmore here inside the Hall of Fame, coming to you live from Hilton Furniture and Mattress, I-45 South and Fuquay. Just stop on by, guys. We're going to be here for the next hour or so, just kicking it, giving away some free tickets to Christmas Chaos 16, 10,000 Emmett F. Lowry Expressway right there in Tech City, going down Saturday night, 7:30 bell time. It will be a tables match. It will be a ladder match. It will be a exploding tables match with barbed wire on it as well. It's going to be a bunch of...
Well, that doesn't work out so
I'm just trying to make up some stuff here, man. But let me tell you, it's gonna be chaos. Let me just tell you that but it will be a variety of chaotic matches.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
We were talking about it on, what was that, Tuesday, about the flaming table match.
Yeah.
I was watching Dynamite last night. I don't know if you saw the show, but there was a point where Cody Rhodes came out to challenge Sammy Guevara for the TNT title, right? Now, Cody, you could see the burns all over his arms, right? But Cody continues. Last night, we had two people who are supposed to be baby faces both get booed out of the building. Yeah. One of them was Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, a chorus of boos, right? The entire time. He's kind of fulfilled that John Cena role. And the other guy, the next guy who got the boos the loudest? CM Punk.
Well,
they were in Strong Island.
Exactly.
Or they were on Strong Island.
Yeah.
You're on the island.
Trent Beretta showed back up.
Yeah.
In Trent Beretta's backyard. Did you say something bad about the island? You don't want to do that.
No. It's weird. You have to say you're on.
You know what my thing
Island.
is this? My thing trust me, I know. My thing is this.
You're from Harlem. That's right.
Yeah, I am from Harlem by way of. No, but that's the thing, man. The promo MJF had just last week, and it's something he said, it resonated with me, and a lot of people they don't get it, they don't understand it. But he said, okay, it's a love fest right now. What are people going to think in 3 months, 6 months, a year? That's what it really going to show. And I don't know if the boos were because. And they probably were just because we were in Long Island.
Yeah, that's MJF's hometown.
He's from Chicago. I mean, come on, that's totally but the thing is, playing into it, it's not something that really works against you or anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's just say, for instance, if I was to go, to Denver or whatever, they're not gonna like me as much as they like the
guy from Denver.
Exactly.
Especially if you're feuding with him.
Exactly that point. Yeah. So it's just one of those things as far as, that makes it, that gives it a little bit more authentic feel from my perspective. I don't know.
Yeah, no, and CM Punk, I actually think, played the promo the right way, right? If he was like I get it. He said when Dennis Rodman played for the Pistons, I hated Dennis Rodman.
Exactly.
He said as soon as he came to Chicago, Dennis Rodman was my guy. Right. Yeah. And so he played it the right way. And you know what? Yeah. So did MJF. Because MJF, there was a point in the Battle Royal where he wins, and Ricky Starks is putting the boots to the young kid, what have you. And MJF is like, oh, should I go help him? Right. And then the crowd's like going, yeah, go help him. MJF waves it off like I'm not going to. Then he hits the ring, and instead of going to help the kid, he puts the boots to him as well. You know what I mean? It was a great heel tactic. MJF is firing on all cylinders right now as far as everything. from his in-ring ability, but nothing's better than his promo and his character. He is the best heel in wrestling right now, in my opinion. In my opinion, he's doing it better than anybody else.
He said, something. He made reference to him being like Andre the Giant, an attraction. I can get that. I could definitely buy someone today trying to separate themselves from the pack.
Yeah,
and that's what I talk about all the time. I say, I look at a guy like MJF, and we were just talking about it just a couple of days ago, as far as those arenas and how it felt walking into Madison Square Garden, and man, that feeling of just walking across the street with, NYPD having to escort us because there was so many fans just to get inside of Madison Square Garden. I know what that feeling was like. And I could see a guy like MJF trying to tap into, how do I get the people to feel that same way that they felt back then? And I'm gonna tell you right now, that's not a bad thing. That's really a good thing. And I implore, young talent to, try to find that point to where fans, totally identify with you differently than they do with everybody else.
Yeah, and and like I said, he's figuring it out. And again, I kind of see the comparisons to the Miz in this way, right? Like Miz goes out there. Is Miz at the level of a Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson as far as an in-ring wrestler? No, he's not there. But when you see the Miz, does he make you feel when he's out there?
Well,
yes, he's an attraction.
Do you look at him like he's a star?
Yes, I do.
I think so. And that's the bottom line right there. I think at the end of the day, if the fans look at you like a star or not, you know what I mean? And I think when MJF walks out of the curtain, I think they look at this kid like a star. And I think he was saying in 2024, he may be making his WWE bid.
Oh yeah.
So it's definitely.
He said the great line. He said, "In 2024, I'm going to start a bidding war."
There it is.
That's what he said.
There it is. You know what I mean? So I like the realism that he brings to the game, and there again, he's doing it live on television, and he's doing none of it really on social media.
Yeah.
I don't know about MJF's, character on social media like I know about so many other guys and girls' character on social media. He brings everything to the big screen, and I give him props, man. I give him big props because it's not a whole lot of guys out there that really have, like I say, separated themselves to where you look at them differently than you look at everybody else on the roster. And I can tell you right now, I look at MJF differently than I look at anyone in AEW's roster. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, he sets himself apart. He absolutely sets himself apart. So I'm interested to see what they're going to do next week on Winter is Coming, because that's going to be their big show. Last show, I think, or one of the last shows on TNT for Dynamite is next week and the week following. I think Christmas week is going to be their last show on
WTBS, right?
Yeah, going to TBS. They're not going to be 6:05 on Saturdays. But
I'm still saying WTBS.
Yeah, I know.
That's
how you're older, Kev.
I was at the airport last week, what airline? I think I said Continental.
Sir, Continental hasn't been around in 15 years. You must mean United.
When the colors are still around.
When the logo's the same.
Exactly. They didn't change into that stuff, so sometimes I get caught up.
Yeah.
So it's not my fault. It's not my fault. But Jussie Smollett, man. Jussie Smollett.
Yeah. Guilty.
No, guilty on 5 of 6 counts. And I tell you, man, the brother, you know what I mean? I'm going to tell you right now, man, don't get in trouble and you with another brother. All right? Because I'm going to tell you right now, he going to tell on your ass. He going to make up some stuff. You know what I'm saying? He don't even care. If I go down, you going down with me. It's one of them type of deals. Trust me, I know. As soon as my gang got caught, everybody started talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, Booker T did it. He was part of it. He was right there. What are you talking about? So if you do, I learned after that, you do something, you do it by yourself. Jussie Smollett had 2 of the biggest brothers he could find, in Chicago. to help him with describe. And, the thing is, Jussie Smollett, he lied so well in this case. He set this whole thing up. It gets total amnesia where he don't remember a damn thing.
No,
He don't remember nothing. He
nothing.
don't remember who did it,
No.
what they look like. All he know is he has been victimized. And my thing is this, man. If anybody know, look here, I know it's a lot of black folks in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I know this.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
But I'm
Sure
gonna tell you right now, soon as that hawk come through, they talk about it all the time. That hawk. I ain't even from Chicago, and I know about the damn hawk. Okay. So when that hawk roll in, the brothers, they go inside. They ain't thinking about going out for no outside activities. No
Is the hawk the weather?
They're cold.
The
Yeah,
cold.
yeah.
Okay.
They ain't thinking about no X Games. They ain't thinking about no thrill seeking. You know what I mean? Climbing some damn mountain or anything like that. They thinking about staying inside. Hopefully they got some warm fire or something like that. And Jussie Smollett was in 20 below weather, 20 degrees below outside looking for some eggs. Okay. The store was closed. So he said, let me go to Subway and get a salad and some soup. Okay.
Well, the soup will warm you up.
No, soup and a sandwich. The salad and a sandwich. Salad and a tuna sandwich.
There you go.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And damn it, he get jumped on. But he gets back to his hotel still with the tuna sandwich and the salad. Okay, that makes no when you get jumped on, you still go hold it back. It's just so many things out of place with Jussie Smollett.
What about the part where he really messed up? Is he paid the homeboys by check?
Well, he had a good lie for that.
What was the line?
The lie for that was for workout fees.
Okay,
And
sure it was.
supplement costs and whatnot. So
yeah.
that's what he paid one of them. He didn't pay the other one. He just paid one of them. That's what he said. You know, so that right there was actually probably the best lie he told throughout this whole case. So, but my thing is,
your wife, by the way, Queen Charmel, says you are insane.
I'm just telling it like it is, man. I'm just telling it like it is.
So he faces up to 3 years in prison and a $25,000 fine.
Yeah, you know, but my thing
is a class 4 felony.
My thing is, he probably get probation, or he might get 3 to 6 months in jail.
Yeah,
just to make him suffer just a little bit, just because the lies were so egregious.
Yeah,
and the thing is, a lot of people came out on this dude's side and said, hey man, give it a benefit of the doubt, but sometimes, man, you can put that like the eggs he was looking for, they could end up all over your face at the end of the day. We got to take a break. Stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute.
Your question for the win. In The Insider, Al Pacino's character works on which TV show?
Is it 60 Minutes?
And your winner!
The Movie Trivia Schmodown, the most competitive movie trivia league in the world.
It's MMA or boxing. It's like you want to see the two best scrapping it out.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
2 points. Movie release date.
Wow.
Danny DeVito.
That's correct.
You mother! The rising sun! And your winner!
Championships, factions, the best in the world play here.
I'm ready to schmo down. Throw down with the schmo down.
Kevin Goodenough Smith!
This is why we play the Schmodown.
The professional sports league of movie trivia. This isn't bar trivia. This is the Movie Trivia Schmodown.
Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, guys. Myself, Booker T, 6-time world champ, along with Brad Gilmore, coming to you live from Hilton Furniture and Mattress right here at I-45 South. Fuquay, guys. We're out here doing something special, trying to get everybody aware to what's going on tomorrow night. Christmas Chaos 16 toy drive going down at the George R. Brown Convention Center. 7 o'clock bell time, guys. All you got to do is bring a toy, just one toy. If you want to bring more, do that. Unopened, of course, and you get into the show for free. And it's going to be an awesome show leading into night 2 of Christmas Chaos right down in Texas City, Texas. 10,000 Emmett F. Lowry Expressway, Booker T. World Gym Arena. And back to Jussie Smollett. I knew his ass was lying. Okay.
I think at the time we talked about it, and you were like, something doesn't sound right about all of this.
Look, man, like I say, I knew the story was made up just by the way when he went on Robin's Morning America show and certain, certain body language, just say, for instance, if I get robbed,
right,
and I'm talking about it to a reporter,
right,
then I'm gonna be mad throughout that whole interview.
Right,
a smile ain't gonna come on my face.
No,
he was talking about jacked and grinder. When you got time to talk about jacked, I don't know anything about it. A grinder, which he seemed to know a lot about it, because he say he did it back in the day when I was young, I was single. And when you talking like that after you just went through a traumatic incident like this, those two don't go together.
Right.
And that right there just showed me this brother lied. I almost said something else.
You did that once before.
this brother lied, and you cannot trust him. You know what I mean? I'm serious. I'm serious. So my thing is this: should he go to jail? I ain't saying lock him up for life or anything like that. Charge carries up to 3 years in prison. I think he should get at least 6 months in jail and a probation after that, as far as 5 years. But the thing is, he's been convicted in the eye of public opinion for quite some time.
Yeah.
As far as going and get a job ever again after going on the stand and making some of the inflammatory statements that he was making about the Osendero brothers, stuff that I always say, man, I don't need to know your business. You know what I mean? But sometimes when you put your business out there in the street, man, it follows you forever. And the stuff that this dude has put out on his own to try to win this case, as far as bringing in the cocaine, the sexual, deal, whatever it was in the bathhouse, bringing all that stuff in, stuff that we really don't need to know, but you trying to win a case when you just should have said in the beginning, man, I'm sorry, I lied. And whether he lied or not, whether he think he lied or not, he's been convicted of lying. It's not it's not an alleged crime anymore.
No,
you know what I mean?
Convicted of.
No, so we can't say that anymore. So I just say all he had to do is just say, I screwed up. You know what I mean? I really hate Trump that much to where I was willing to make up a lie to make this MAGA movement look stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
if that was his motivation, or his motivation was, because I thought the thing was always he was not doing well in his contract negotiations with Empire, and he wanted to get a little bit more money, a little bit more screen time.
That too, but the build it with the
Trump thing,
the Trump
MAGA
thing,
hats,
the MAGA hats, this MAGA country, that kind of stuff. Yeah, he made it, and then him going on Robin saying, and him saying, perhaps the reason it happened was, I go hard on 45. That's what he said, not me. Okay, so when you hear that kind of stuff, it seems like this dude had a motive.
Yeah, something's wrong.
Try to do something like that.
Something's wrong. I mean, I think the next night or a couple of nights afterward, he had a concert and he proclaimed to be the gay Tupac.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, so obviously he was looking for attention, and guess what? He found it.
Yeah.
He found his attention that he was seeking, and whatever the jury and the criminal justice system comes up with as a punishment for him, it's fine by me. I don't really know. I think I would be the worst juror ever because I don't know how to say what is the right punishment for that. But I'm gonna go with you. Maybe some short stint in prison, pay up that $25,000, have probation, some sort of house arrest, maybe.
No,
whatever they did to Lori Loughlin.
Not that 20. You got to pay like 100 and some thousand.
Oh, I think 25 for each count.
Yeah.
Huh?
No. he got to pay restitution back to the police for the investigation. And that was like $130,000 or something like that. So his behind is in a whole lot of trouble, not just from a legal standpoint, but from a monetary standpoint. He's definitely, and and I'm sure that had a lot to do with him going on the stand and trying to do anything he possibly could to get out of this, because there's consequences and repercussions at the end of the day, and he's definitely feeling those repercussions. So hey, man, don't put yourself in a situation like this, because something can happen, and probably will.
Let's talk though about the big wrestling news from the day. We were talking about on Tuesday's show. WWE legend, former champion, multiple-time champion, tag team icon Jeff Hardy had an incident at a house show here in Texas where he kind of in the middle of the match disappeared into the crowd, and then he was sent home by the WWE. We didn't really know the extent of the situation. Some more details coming out about that, according to Sean Ross Sapp over at Fightful.com, who confirmed this morning that the WWE released Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
And he went on to report, this is his report, so I'm just referencing what he reported, that Jeff Hardy was offered rehab by the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
He rejected the rehab, so their response to that was releasing him from his contract. I don't know if that's the full extent of the situation, but we do know for sure he is no longer with the WWE. A series of tweets have come out from a lot of his colleagues and co-workers, including Mustafa Ali, Cedric Alexander, Big E, Damian Priest, all talking about how much they enjoyed working with Jeff and how giving he was as a performer.
Yeah,
I know you have a long history with Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
What do you think about his release, and anything you want to say about your time with him?
Hey, man, I wish Jeff the best. And the thing is, it's just like I said on Tuesday, right? I said, Jeff's in a situation, he's been on the road a long time. He's gone through a lot. He's put his body through a lot. This situation right here is going to take the company to make a decision to slow him down and say, hey, let's do this so we can get back to this. Or if you want to do that, hey, we're going to let you go over there and do that. Right. I said exactly that. And what that means is, man, let's get you some help. Slow you down for a second, because one thing I could say, Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, those guys are WWF originals.
Sure.
Okay, those guys were literally created, through the WWE and that brand for so many years. I'm sure a guy like Jeff Hardy and as well as Matt Hardy would have had a job there forever.
Yeah.
Doing something. I'm not talking about in the ring. I'm talking about once their
producer,
career, something. Yeah.
Creative consultant.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Some kind of thing.
Exactly. So I know the company just didn't get rid of Jeff and throw him out of the pasture or anything like that, just because it's like, whatever. But sometimes, sometimes guys want to go out their own way. And there again, we've heard, I was just talking on Tuesday as well, as far as how many stories we've heard from the fans, and they're all great stories. And I say, for every great story, it's a guy like Jeff Hardy who's going through so much on the other side where it wasn't so great. You know what I mean? So my thing is, hopefully he'll find a soft landing, more than anything. And, and maybe that may not be in the ring. I know people are going to be calling for him to go to AEW and whatnot. I'm sure that's already the talk out there. But I think that's the last place he needs to be right now. From a monetarily perspective, you're going to always need a check.
Sure.
Okay. So that right there can motivate you to go do, work when you really don't need to. So, but my thing is, hopefully he'll get the help that he needs.
Both his brother Matt and his wife said that he's good. And those are the words that they use. He's good. I don't. Again, we don't know more than what we know, right? We can speculate all day. If it is drug or alcohol related, which it seems to be, but again, we don't know. But if that is the case, wrestling is the last thing on the mind. I think that we talked about this with one of the Usos who was going through the DWI situation, and he sought help for that issue and tried to clean it up. And it looks like he's doing well at this juncture in time, and I hope that it stays that way. I wish, if these reports are true, Jeff would have accepted that rehab, because I just saw him on Steve Austin's show. Talking about this, talking about having these stints with the company, going, falling back on the wagon. Is it on the wagon or is it off the wagon? You're off the wagon.
Yeah.
Coming off the wagon a couple of times. And why would you be off the wagon?
Why would you be on the wagon?
Because if you're on the wagon, it's like you're on a bad path. You fall off the wagon, you're no longer on that path, right? It's off the wagon, but I'm just saying.
I think when you fall off the wagon, your ass get left behind.
Well, that might be the case. We're not making light of the situation at all, but my point is, AEW sure is probably in his mind right now. His brother works there; it's only natural. But Jeff Hardy needs to be the best Jeff Hardy he possibly can be, and I just hope that he finds whatever rehabilitation he needs, whether it be from medical professionals or whether it be with his friends and family. I just wish the best for Jeff, and thank you for all the great years in WWE. If this is your last time we'll see you there, man, what a Hall of Fame career he had in WWE alone.
He's had a hell of a career. And the thing is, I don't think it's over. I don't think it's over.
I hope not.
Stick around, guys. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute.
This is Booker T World Gym Arena in Texas City, the home to the Reality of Wrestling Training Center. It's a 20,000 square foot facility with more than 50 full-time students and wrestlers from around the world. Inside the World Gym Arena sits a 9,000 square foot venue set up for weekly shows. From up top, 1-2 moonsault! Where our students showcase their skills in front of a live audience.
What he's done here is awesome. He's created opportunity, and he's creating great talent, as you guys well know.
In the back, a full weight room.
6 up!
Complete with state-of-the-art equipment and personal trainers.
There you go. Two more.
A full staff and office personnel.
One more.
Running the day-to-day operation. We have interview sets for TV production, promo classes, quarterly combines. We evaluate progression and team building. Referees, commentators, ring announcers, and live television production. At the World Gym Arena, we don't just teach you how to become a professional wrestler, but an elite sports entertainer. This is Reality of Wrestling.
Shup! Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. Booker T, 6-time world champ, 2-time Hall of Famer with my man Brad Gilmore, coming to you live from Hilton Furniture and Mattress, I-45 South at Fuquay. Guys, talking about the toy drive going down tomorrow night, George R. Brown, Exhibit Hall A. Come out for the first night of Christmas Chaos 16. Don't miss out. Don't get shut out. It's going to be a lot of action going down. Gino taking on the Ninja Mac all the way from Mexico City. Is it Mexico? Mexico City.
I think it's City.
Mexico City.
Yeah, which is actually in Mexico. I don't know if you were aware. But Kansas City is not in Kansas. It's in Missouri.
I'm thinking about New Mexico, you know what I mean?
No, New Mexico.
Yeah, all right. And the ladies, the ladies will be doing their thing as well. So definitely come out. All you got to do, guys, is just bring a toy, get in free. Bring 2 toys. 4 people get in free. Just make sure they're unopened, and we're gonna have a whole lot of fun. And the word chaos, that's exactly what it means, guys. It's going to be a chaotic night. Somebody will go through a table. Someone will get smashed with a chair. Someone will jump off of something very, very high. Somebody might go through a burning table. I'm just playing. Insurance way too high for that. No, just trying to do, but we had some fun leading into night 2 right there in Texas City, 10,000 M&F Lowry Expressway, Booker T World Gym Arena, 7:30 bell time, guys. Don't miss out. Don't get shut out. It's going to be some great matches going down that night.
Yeah. Also want to give a big shout out to Pat McAfee. Did you hear about Pat McAfee's big news today?
No, what do you do?
Pat
man?
McAfee and his show, the Pat McAfee Show, which you've been on before in a very memorable appearance with you and Mr. Ariel Helwani. He signed a new deal with FanDuel for 4 years to lock them in as the exclusive sports book of the Pat McAfee Show, rumored to be worth $30 million a year.
Wow.
A year. He gave everybody on his staff a $250,000 bonus, and he told his parents at the end of his announcement, congratulations, you just woke up and in your bank account, y'all are millionaires now.
Wow.
He gave his folks a couple M's for raising him.
Congratulations to him, man.
What a great guy.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man. He's a good dude. And the thing is, he's got great content. He's smart. I like him, man. I sit in the locker room with him every time we do the pay-per-view. And one thing, he's a really cool dude. I must say that.
He's a funny guy. And Michael Cole said, I think it was on actually Pat's show, but I don't think he's blowing smoke or anything. Michael Cole said working with Pat McAfee helped rejuvenate his career and help him be a better commentator and almost, I guess, in some other ways, find a love for doing this again, because Michael's been there. By the time he retires, he will be the longest tenured announcer in WWE history.
Yeah.
And so you go through the ebbs and flows, you go through ups and downs, I'm sure, and a lot of the times, like you're talking about, you're going through a routine, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure Michael has had those times where he's sitting at the table and be like, oh, okay, this again, another 3 hours, let's go through it.
Yeah.
But when you have somebody who you can work with and you enjoy working with them, it makes you look at this job a whole nother way. So shout out to Pat McAfee. He's been a quality addition.
I was watching just last week where they had to talk just throughout their show about college football. And Pat McAfee pretty much took all of those assignments.
Right.
And you could tell he fit right into that role as far as being able to talk about, college football, because he's been in the locker room. But if you haven't been in the locker room and you're trying to describe some of that stuff, you could totally feel and look out of place.
Right.
Just think Michael Cole trying to talk about what's going on in college football. You know what I mean? And he just wouldn't have that same feel as Pat McAfee. So I definitely can understand where he's coming from, as well as Pat. You could tell has studied for that position. He just didn't slip on a banana peel and it worked out for him. You could tell he has been trying to figure out what it takes to actually do that job, but not just do that job well. He's done a great job.
Yeah, I mean, and I will say he even he called Shayna Baszler, right? This was a great line that he had the other night on commentary. She was doing these attacks on, she attacked Nia Jax, she attacked Eva Marie, right, and kind of put them out of commission. And subsequently, after she gave them these kicks or what have you, they actually both ended up getting released from their contract. So Pat McAfee on commentary, when she hit the kick, he called it a future endeavors kick to the gut or whatever it was like that. But those small things that make us, like the inside quote unquote fans, things that make us pop and laugh. Yeah. I'm sure it popped everybody in the truck.
Yeah.
But that's how you kind of continue to ingratiate yourself to a wrestling audience, be funny, be entertaining, and not make it feel so buttoned up. Because a lot of times, any commentary, whether it be WWE or AEW or Ring of Honor or even reality wrestling at times, you can feel too buttoned up. And you got to learn to kind of relax a little bit, be more yourself.
I tell you, when The Rock started using jabroni on television, I was like, man, that's like, got that. Man, I wish I'd have used that first.
Because jabroni was an inside wrestling
wrestling term, you know what I mean? It's just something that we always said among ourselves, but we never really called someone a jabroni to their face.
Yeah. Like somebody walks in the locker room and then they leave and they're like, look at this jabroni
exactly.
over here.
Yeah. When he would call you a jabroni to your face, and I was like, man, I wish I would have hung around Iron Sheik a whole lot more when I was coming up, because that's where he stole it from.
Sheiky, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, big ups to Pat McAfee and the $30 million deal per year on his show. So much success to him. And then Tony Khan was giving an interview. He said that WWE has reached out to him. Did you hear about this?
I heard they crossed paths.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I didn't see what it was about or anything like that.
So WWE's putting some documentaries together, and they asked Tony Khan if he'd allow some AEW talent who were a part of these historical moments, former WWE guys, probably like Jericho or Cody or whomever, Dean or John Moxley, whomever. I don't know who in particular, but they asked if we could use these guys on
voiceover
for voiceover interviews, talking head segments.
Yeah.
And Tony said the call was real respectful. He said, I'm probably going to let him do it. I don't see why not. He let Chris Jericho go on Steve Austin's show.
Yeah.
A little bit of an olive branch, kind of unexpectedly.
You know what, man? I don't see anything wrong with it or anything like that. I think we got to, more importantly, I think what that might do over the years is kind of get the fans on the same page, because right now the fans have, picked this left and right, perspective as far as WWE or AEW. And I just think at the end of the day, doing it like that, all of the wrestlers, they don't win. They don't win from that perspective. I know back in the day, the fans, they liked a lot of guys on the WCW product, and a lot of guys on the WWF product, and that's what made it like so huge. Of course, it was a war, but I don't think it was a war back and forth like it is right now because of we didn't have social media driving that narrative.
Yeah.
So I think that might help. Actually saying, hey man, let's pull together at the same time for one common goal, and that's to get the fans where we need them to be, and that's in the arenas.
Yeah, because it doesn't help really either company when you want to divide an audience and say, oh, we only want AEW guys or we only want WWE guys, right? You want everyone to be a wrestling fan, so they'll go to both shows, not just one.
Just think about it for a second. If all the Democrats and all the Republicans voted one side, just can you imagine how many people? I mean, the majority, and I think that's where we need to try to get it more than anything, to where fans aren't, picking and choosing which one they like, which one, I don't know. Will that ever happen? Perhaps not. You know what I mean?
Well, definitely not in political world.
No. I mean, even with WWE,
no, there's going to be a divided fans to a certain extent.
It's going to always be that, But to try to drive it to that perspective, I think for me, from a business man perspective, just say for instance, if I had a company here in Texas and we were fighting against each other for the same thing. I think at the end of the day, we're both going to lose. And I think if we both, work together and say, hey, man, I'm going to do my shows on Friday night. You do yours on Saturday. All right. And hopefully we'll get the same crowd to go to both of our shows. I think we both can win that way. But then again, that's not the business model of the way it works.
Well, you also want brand loyalty. But like for me, when WWE's in town, I went to the WWE show. When AEW's in town, I went to the AEW show.
Exactly.
I wanted to see them.
Exactly.
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I want to see great wrestling, no matter what three letters it's presented by.
And I think if we can get more fans to think like you, I think everybody wins. I think if we get so many people to stop, just say for instance, I saw someone had the nerve to go on social media and tell Dewdrop she wasn't beautiful, and I'm like, for people to have time to out of their day to think about trying to bring somebody else down. And the thing is, beauty is really in the eye of the beholder. I mean, who are you to say someone is not beautiful or not? So that's what I mean as far as this social media world trying to bring this side down just because they like this side more.
Yeah, I mean, your compatriot Corey Graves got caught up in it yesterday too, right? I mean, for going on the show and talking about Carmella, who in real life he's engaged to, talking about how beautiful she is. People are like, you need to stop commenting on women's beauty on the show. He's like, I'm marrying this woman.
As well as I'm doing my job.
He's the color guy.
Entertainment, and
think about Jerry Lawler.
Well, like I say, sometimes people can look at the business from so many different perspectives. The thing is, who's to say who's wrong from as far as those kind of situations go? But this business is always going to be entertainment, and that's not going to change at all. So, Get with the program. We got to get ready to get out of here, man.
We do.
Get ready to get out of here, guys. Tomorrow night, Torrey Drive going down, Jar Jar Brown Convention Center, 7 p.m. bail time, guys. Don't miss out. Don't get shut out. It's going to be a lot of great action going on. It's going to be chaos going on throughout the building. Like I say, Jar Jar Brown Exhibit Hall A, guys. Don't miss out. Don't get shut up. But right now, we got to get out of here. And as always, Bradley, I appreciate it. All you guys in the chat, I appreciate it. But right now, peace. We out.
Can you dig it, you sucker?